Gather around the old Victrola kiddies, because it's time for another episode of the Barry, Rich, and Lisa radio program.
1, 2, 3.
Well, hi there. Welcome to the Barry, Rich, and Lisa show. We're here yet again for another week of wonderful reporting of what's going on in the real world. And we look at news first, but this sports broadcaster to the right of me by the name of Lisa Bowman.
Did you say sports bra?
Sports bra?
No, I said a broad sports broadcaster.
Oh, a broad.
I'm a broad.
She's not
I'm
very.
not broad.
She's not broad.
I'm a dame.
She's petite, but. The number one thing in the news, maybe the number one thing of the century.
But did you see it?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it. In the words of Winston Churchill, never, 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 never. I think it's 5 nevers. Never, 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 never
Did he
give up.
stutter? Did he stutter?
Never give up. That was in Galaxy Quest. Never say never. What should we never give up?
Sailing.
Sailing?
Never, never, never.
High-tech sailing?
High-tech sailing. No, that's a train.
All right, sorry.
You can give up training.
Yeah.
Training.
Training bras or bras again?
Is there a training sale?
Oracle.
Oracle.
America's Cup.
Oh, those guys.
Larry Ellison. It helps to never give up if you have a lot of money. So if you have Larry Ellison's money behind you and the best brains in sailing, although it's hard to call that sailing when they look like catamarans
sailing.
and NASCAR sailing, going almost 50 miles an hour or knots or whatever the heck they go on water. Unbelievable. I had actually, I'm the faint of heart. I had stopped watching the races because we were down 8-1. The team had been penalized. They had to win 2 extra races because in the early qualifying races they had extra ballast and they got penalized, and so it was over. 8-1, right?
Oh,
it's over.
wow,
The Kiwis are going to
Was
win.
the extra ballast an overweight guy?
Yeah, they strapped him to the bottom.
Okay, so they won.
So they came back. In the world of sports, who has come back and won 7, 8 races in a row?
Wow.
To come back.
This is
and win
sort
the
of
dang
like
thing.
John Woodian.
Woodian, not
John
Wooden.
Wooden Ian.
Wood.
Just a non-stop, but even better because it's from behind.
Well, you know what? Maybe they follow John Wooden's pyramid of success.
Ah.
For those of you that don't know, he really did.
Well, you hold up a picture
What's a
of it.
pyramid of success?
It's a pyramid of success, and it's a drawing of a pyramid, and at the bottom it's all the virtues
There's words
that
on
you
it.
need. Yes, hard
work?
persistence, character, those
Blah,
different
blah,
things.
blah,
And at
blah,
the
blah.
top of
Let's
the
get back
pyramid
to
is
the
success.
race.
Okay, so
Do you
we
know the
won.
name of the skipper of the Oracle? Do you know the name of the skipper of the Oracle?
No, it's either Spithill or Spithel.
Yes.
Spittle?
Spithel.
It could be Spithel.
Spithel.
It's Spit Hill.
Oh,
but
gosh,
it might
poor
be
guy.
Spithel.
Spithel.
Jimmy Spithel.
Yeah. Well, they changed tacticians midway through, but more than that, it was that they kept tinkering with the catamaran and managed to just get some more speed out of
How
it.
can you tinker with something like that and make it go so much faster? It's amazing.
It is amazing. It's a lot of math, and I could never do that.
Well, they want to know where it...
I don't count.
Where does Oracle's victory rank among sports comebacks?
Number 1,
Really?
I think.
Well, it ranks with the Red Sox, and they overcame a 3-game deficit against the Yankees to capture the 2004 American League pennant.
Pish posh. That was nothing.
They won the World Series.
That was nothing.
And the Boston Celtics were 2 games behind the Lakers, and they came from behind.
That doesn't sound like such an accomplishment, just 2
Not
games
after
behind.
this.
Oh, this is not nearly as exciting as Oracle winning. No. So he hasn't said, the winner of these races gets to choose where and, what high-powered equipment they're going to use. So I suspect it might either be in San Francisco again or who knows?
Yeah. I don't
Bemidji,
know.
Minnesota would like it.
But I think the catamaran is here for another round. I was kind of hoping we were going to lose the catamaran.
Before we leave this subject, talking about that pyramid and about persistence, persistence may pay off down the road, but laziness pays off instantly. Just wanted to... Rich. Yeah. Okay.
I'm being persistent.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right.
Okay, I was looking at
All right, so now to the regular
the
news.
top of the news. Hey, this must be a slow day in the world because the LA Times had a front page article about the LA County Fair and the different foods that you can find at the LA County Fair. Now, before we get to the fun foods, the ones that'll take your life, shed 5 years off your life while it's shedding 50 pounds onto your frame, they have the whole veggie and fruit department, which has, by the way, overtaken entertainment as a reason why people go. Food has overtaken entertainment.
Oh, I was going to say,
number 3 reason
you don't
why
go to
people
the
go.
fair to eat veggies.
No,
But
they
if
must
you-
be deep fried in chocolate.
Have you ever had Australian finger lime?
What's a finger lime?
I have no idea, but you can get it down at the LA County Fair.
I thought you should know that.
No, a Buddhist hand plant.
That's a fruit or a
it's a
vegetable?
fruit.
I wouldn't eat that. You don't know where it's been.
Tentacle. It looks like an octopus.
It's been in a Buddhist temple is where it's been.
Okay, purple passion asparagus, Hungarian yellow wax chilies, and spineless boysenberries.
Spineless. Oh, I know those guys.
And that's the healthy food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
I want something with spine.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not going to eat
sounds-
spineless food.
well, how about, county fairs nationwide are known for deep fried.
Yes.
Everything.
Have you had anything very strangely deep fried?
No.
We went. Well, Lydia had a deep fried Snickers bar. I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Did she like it?
She got through it. I mean, she
Got
had to eat
through
it.
it.
Yeah.
And then threw it.
Yeah.
Up, yes.
Have you ever heard of a Krispy Kreme cheeseburger?
They
guess what
don't.
they replaced the bun with?
Oh my God.
Wait, is it really with hamburger, though?
Yeah. They use donuts as the buns.
Krispy Kremes are wonderful. I had one once. I had just savored every bite of it, and then as soon as I was done, I felt so sick to my
Yeah.
stomach.
Yeah. That's the thing. That
Yeah.
tastes good going in. But
If you're
Yeah.
at the Minnesota State Fair, you could get a spaghetti and meatball on a stick.
well, that's
Well, they
all
wrap
right.
it around? What do they do?
That's not bad.
Okay, now here's a list of some.
Wait. I want to know how you do spaghetti and meatball on a stick.
This is a radio show.
Show me.
It's one strand of spaghetti that's 6 miles long, wrapped around a meatball.
Oh,
Is
gotcha.
it deep fried,
Okay.
or you just eat it? Just,
No, it's not deep fried.
Did they
It's
deep it in sauce?
somewhat
dip it in
healthy
sauce?
for you.
Yeah.
Key lime pie on a stick is available too.
All right.
But the deep fried Twinkies, avocados if you're health minded, Klondike bar, which is interesting because that's ice cream.
Well, baked Alaska.
That's what Lydia had. She had a fried Klondike bar. I wanted to know how they did it, but they did it.
You know what else they do? This will kill you on the spot. Honest to goodness, deep fried butter. They take a cube of butter, wrap it in
Butter.
in the dough, and deep fry it
in butter.
in
Oh
oil.
my God!
Yes. That could be San Quentin. This could be a form of execution.
I want-
administer the deep fried butter.
What about fettuccine Alfredo with bacon on a stick?
Oh no, yeah. Last time I ate any fettuccine Alfredo, you just feel like it's coating your arteries on the way down. Mars bars, mac and cheese. These are deep fried
Well, that's
pizza.
close. Mac
deep
and
fried
cheese.
spam. Deep fried apples again for the health conscious. Deep fried bananas. Oh, and ultimately, vegetarians, we're not leaving you out. Deep fried tofu.
Oh, well, tofu is actually that wouldn't be bad deep fried. I'd actually could see
It's
eating that.
right next to the treadmill tent down there at the LA County Fair. So, what else is in the news?
Oh, let's see. Oh, well, Halle Berry's going to be happy, and I don't blame her, and Jennifer Garner, because the governor, California governor, just in case you're listening to this in Singapore, Jerry Brown signed into legislation that the paparazzi have to back off the children of celebrities and police officers and judges and all those people who are in the public eye and whose children are just hounded by these paparazzi.
That's photographers for you. People don't know what paparazzi
Well, now, how did it get that name? Is it like the flashes popping off? That's
Oh,
what
wait,
I
I know the answer to this, but I forget. Yeah, no.
something like
it's,
that.
It's something like that or different.
Yeah.
different. Yeah, it's something we know. And
It's
and-
probably Italian.
Yeah, like singular is paparazzo.
Paparazzo.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's like panini in America. They call everything panini. A single sandwich is a panino.
A panino.
It's not. Here's your panini. No, it's a panino.
So you don't say paninos or paparazzos. You say
Paparazzi.
Well, you could spend a year in jail and pay up to $10,000, and if you do it again, it'll cost you even more.
Jeez.
Yes. Now, bear in mind, who are the advocates? Who are the chief advocates for this? Halle Berry, Jennifer Garner,
right.
two of the prettiest. This is something Steven Tyler, the lead singer of Aerosmith, should have taken into mind.
That's why it didn't work.
That's right. Steven Tyler, who is a well-known, in fact, the good thing he did was spawn a wonderful actress named Liv Tyler. But he lived on the island of Maui, and he wanted a similar bill introduced, and it was introduced in the Hawaii legislature, and it died on the vine. Why?
Why?
Because his celebrity cohort, was Mick Fleetwood. So we have two old guys going before the legislature. Give me Halle Berry and Jennifer Garner, and it bill's going through. It died in Hawaii.
That's why. I didn't understand that, because he said, look, I'm in my home, on my grounds, and people are taking pictures of me at home. And I thought for sure they would.
Yeah, so,
understand
how
it.
are they just doing it through the fence or something, right? I mean, obviously
Yeah,
they're not
they're
on the...
stealthily. But the guy in the head of the legislature said, do you want to...
Sure, I love this line. He said there's a better chance of people flapping their arms and flying from Lanai to Maui. That's kind of cold.
Wow.
Come back with Halle Berry and Jennifer Garner and we'll talk.
Gee, so
Now
it's the same law, but with them now.
That's the spirit of aloha for you.
There you go.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Now, this one I'm a little miffed about.
Oh.
Well, again, Jerry Brown signing legislation.
Legislation.
Sean,
Was there more than one legislate?
Legislation-y.
Yeah.
Panini. He signed his Panini.
He signed a panini, yeah.
He's been fifth time, this bill. He's finally signed it. If you live anywhere in Southern California, especially, and there are bicyclists everywhere in Southern California, now we have to give them a 3-foot cushion if you're going to pass them. But if there's a double yellow line, you're not supposed to do it unless you're supposed to just stay behind. But
Behind them?
But then I think if you have to, you can very carefully and slowly go around. It
Yeah,
makes
So
sense.
it's a law that's not going to be enforced. And
It's unclear about whether it says now it's mandatory you have to slow down and then try and work your way around them, but you're not supposed to go over the double yellow line. That's why he vetoed it in the past, because it basically said, well, you can go over the double yellow line, and then if you hit a oncoming car, the state of California would be liable.
Huh.
So that's why he turned. So now, we're going to get these bicyclists who are going to just saunter out into the middle of the road, and you're going to have long lines of cars behind them.
Well, they can't. Don't they have to stay within the bicycle paths or
Well,
something?
they're not bicycle paths everywhere.
Yeah, this does not apply to bicycle paths, only a regular road. But if you've been around bicyclists, this whole share the road thing doesn't apply to them.
No.
They don't share the road.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was in coming out of farmer's market a couple years ago and going to make a right-hand turn, and it was on a red, but I stopped. And I started to go. The light was about to turn green. So on my right, a bicyclist came from the sidewalk, which is illegal, and he was getting a head start on his green light. And I dang near hit the guy. He got mad at me, followed me. Traffic was slow, so he was able to follow me, knocked on my window and said, "Why don't you watch where you're going?" And I was so GD mad, I yelled back at him, "Why don't you watch where you're going?" Because he's not supposed to be on the sidewalk. He's not supposed to anticipate the light. So that's why I'm just so mad at this story. And it's just ruining my day. And I just take that, you bike.
I got hit by a bike in my car.
Got hit by a
Didn't
bike.
do me much damage. But there was right down here in downtown Sierra Madre, and this guy comes sailing off down Sierra Madre Boulevard and hits me. And the reason that they didn't blame me was because there was a stop sign. I was just half a street. I was at that intersection, and the guy did a sort of it would have been nice if he'd been ice skating. It was a triple Lutz. Unfortunately, he had a helmet, but he just spun right over me and up. The police said, well, obviously he didn't start from a stop. He sailed right through the intersection, which is illegal. You bicyclists, you're supposed to stop at stop signs. And Sierra Madre lays in wait on different intersections.
Yes, they do, because these bicyclists really, here in Sierra Madre on Saturday mornings, it's like a swarm of
We had to go test the
insects.
law.
What would you say at our one intersection here in Sierra Madre Saturday morning? How many bicyclists?
100, 200,
Yeah.
maybe.
And they're all in really tight spandex.
Yeah, they look like frogs.
They're kind of cute. I kind of like.
Oh, you like
looking
that?
at
Except
them
for
from-
the occasional
from behind.
beefy one in those spandex.
Yeah,
sure.
those are. All right, let's take a slight little break here.
I'm going to think about the spandex.
Yeah, Lisa's thinking about spandex and bicycles. Rich is thinking about fried banana.
Bananas, yes.
And I'm not thinking at all, as usual. And we'll be right back with the Very Rich and Lisa Show.
And Lisa. And Lisa.
We might as well talk about this one while Lisa's still angry, because this really miffed her. And that is this suspended the 7th grade student in Virginia. He was playing in his front yard waiting for the school bus with his buddy, and they had air guns. And they're
Air guns.
they were go bang bang. I got you, no, you got me. And he got this. The neighbor called the police, even though it was obviously two kids playing toys. And he's been suspended.
No, expelled.
No, he was suspended. Now he's been expelled for the rest of the year.
Oh, I jumped your thing there.
This.
What do you think?
We're going
Lisa?
to go tear another door. She's tearing again. She's tearing again.
The world has gone mad.
The world is mad.
He
This
didn't
is
take it to the bus stop.
insane.
He had to,
He had it on his own property. Can't they sue that? Can't they fight that? Are they going to try to fight that?
boy, yeah.
His mother said it's pretty harsh for a toy she bought for $25.
If they grandfathered this law, Barry and I for sure would be in prison.
Oh yeah, I had greeny Sikkim caps and shooting shells. And
I did something worse.
what did you do?
Well, I don't know if all of you who are boys or guys and have brothers, you go up to you're playing cops, or you're playing cowboys and everything, and I go right up to him, stick my pistol in his forehead and go bang, and he says, "You missed."
What was the air gun that was the most popular air gun? Where you just
Daisy.
the Daisy.
That
Daisy.
Oh, it did.
Then they
It
give
shot
it a
it
flowery,
shot air.
flowery name.
Yeah, it shot a little puff of air. That's all it did. It made a noise. Oh, I think you put some oil in it and it smoked. You put
Yeah,
a little
they
bit of
had
like
that,
Right.
and that's all it did.
Well, we grew up in the whole Cowboys and Indians
Yeah,
era, the
yeah.
Roy Rogers thing,
Yeah.
and we had little pistols.
Yeah.
With
And
little
for a
caps.
while they looked, they were making them look so realistic, but now that you can't buy one that looks like a real gun, and that's probably smart, but I remember the Lone Ranger gun years ago, but it had little projectiles. And I'm sure that
Well,
didn't
that's what
last
the
long.
that's what the shooting shells did. The
these
Mattel
little,
shooting
little
shell.
white little things that actually shot.
Oh, I don't
little
remember
tiny,
that.
Little tiny
Yes.
plastic. It actually shot out of the gun.
Yeah,
a little.
that
it
Did
went
it
about-
take your eye out?
That was before Mattel hired lawyers.
Yeah. I suppose if you stuck it right into your eye, it would do it. But
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
no, they didn't have much force. They
It didn't last long because it was a liability, and some attorney came along, maybe rightfully so, and said, "You probably don't want to do this."
Now, how does all of the television shows that do shoot 'em up justify? I mean, they're playing too, and they're using guns. Of course, there's not. I mean, it's an influence. It's an influence. It's like encouraging people to
like Grand Theft Auto.
The video games. That's what I was going to
video
say.
games, yeah.
That's where the violence.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of.
when I think of
Speaking of-
violence,
yeah.
I think of
I
O.J.
think of-
Simpson.
Who? O.J.
O.J.
Simpson. Oh, is he back
Yeah.
in the news again?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he's
and
stealing again.
I hope they prosecute him to the full extent of
What
the
did he?
law.
I thought he was in jail.
He is
He's
in jail.
in
He's
jail.
in trouble in jail.
Jail, yeah.
How do you do that?
What do you steal in jail? What do you steal in jail, Lisa?
Well, if you have a sweet tooth, you steal cookies.
Busted.
He stole a dozen. I believe it was oatmeal.
Tonight on Hard Copy. Yeah, it was a dozen oatmeal cookies in his shirt.
And he's already pretty rotund
How did
these
they even
days.
notice?
The lumps, I guess. Oatmeal crumbs falling out from his shirt.
He has man boobs already. I don't know. All right, so he stole. I can't.
From the cafeteria, a dozen cookies. They stopped him. OJ just stood there with a goofy grin on his face as the guard kept digging inside his shirt and throwing cookies on the floor.
Take that! Take that!
I would have loved to be there.
The other inmates started laughing so hard they fell over. But of course, like OJ, they let him off with a warning.
He gets away with it again. And that's not making light of the horrible thing he did, by the way.
If the cookie tin fits, don't commit or something.
You know, the thing a lot of people don't know about OJ is that, you know, when he got plucked out from, he raised in San Francisco, when he got plucked out to go to USC, they put him through the USC starch him up, clean him up, so, you know, and so it looks like this really nice, wonderful young black athlete. He was a thug in San Francisco growing up.
Huh.
He had a past of being
stealing cookies.
Not a very nice guy. Well, that probably started. He's come full circle. So
well, okay. I'm going to protect the innocent. I'm going to change a little bit, but I know somebody who sat next to him on a plane, and this was long before the whole. The murders that were committed, and he had been charged with some domestic abuse, and the person said, well, what about, you know, this charge? And he said, nah. And then he kind of smiled and he said, well, you know, they really kind of like it. So there you go.
All right.
So OJ, go ahead, feast on the cookies, and I hope you fall over.
Yeah.
I'm getting angry again.
No, don't
I
tear
am
any more paper,
angry
please.
today. What is this? Calm me down.
All right.
Because I need some direction, like from a GPS.
GPS.
Oh, you think they're reliable? Do you think GPSs are pretty
Well,
good?
some of them are more reliable than others. Like Google's not too bad, the Google Maps.
Google does, you know.
But Apple can really mess you up.
Oh, yeah?
Of course, now Google, I have it in my car, and I typed in an address on my, you know, a GPS on my car, and I typed in the address, and it said, you're on your own. Beats me. Of course, then I was driving down the freeway. You go down the freeway to Santa Monica from Pasadena, where, I mean, you get on one freeway, transfer to another, and then get off at Santa Monica. Not according to this GPS. Get off at San Gabriel Boulevard, and then it wanted me to go 15 miles down city surface streets to, you know, I guess I'd never heard of freeway.
Sometimes the settings are the shortest distance, not the quickest. And so it's very possible.
Scenic.
Yes, you know, to save you gas.
I love to turn it on if I'm just totally bored and go, you know, turn off in a quarter of a mile, and you go past the, you know.
And it goes,
boy, did you miss that one. Go 25,000 miles and turn off at that last off ramp.
Don't you think you hear irritation in the voice when it says recalculating?
Yes. Well, we have an Australian voice on ours.
Hey.
Oh,
Yeah.
now that's nice.
Now where is mate?
Yeah, it's a woman, and she's very nice. She doesn't get mad.
Does she talk about shrimp on the Barbie?
Not yet. No, we haven't asked her to do that.
Well, the iPhone,
Yeah, the iPhone.
which is, of course, we're going to talk about a little bit later. The iPhone replaced the wonderful Google Map with the Apple Map.
The Apple Map.
And the Apple Map
dun.
is thought of as one of the worst apps ever created by mankind.
Really?
Particularly if you're in Alaska. Somebody was looking for directions. Well, I guess it's not the app's fault. They wanted directions to the Fairbanks Airport, and it ended up putting them on the runway.
Yeah.
Turn right here. Proceed in an orderly fashion, and they're dodging airplanes.
Well, now, wouldn't you think there might be something wrong when you're the only car on this so-called freeway and there's an airplane coming at you? Well, maybe the GPS is wrong, Martha. No, the GPS isn't wrong. That airplane shouldn't be here.
That's what this whole article is about. These people who's just, well, it looks like a freeway.
The do not enter sign, they must be wrong.
Yeah.
But it was more than one person. That's the thing. I mean, it's said to go here.
It doesn't say turn right and continue across a dangerous airport runway, but it drops you off at taxiway B close to the terminal, and then you see the terminal, and there's, there's nothing going on at the moment.
And it is Alaska. I mean, there's a lot of open space.
That's true. So you might think it really was the freeway,
and Apple was supposed to have fixed it, but so far they haven't fixed it.
Well, they had trouble in Australia, too, because the Apple Maps was directing people into the middle of the wilderness, and they had to be rescued. It's like, I don't know where I am, and neither did the app.
Oh, that's right. It's ushering them into a walkabout or a drive-about, I guess.
Oh, go ahead.
What is a walkabout?
Walkabout, well, that's Aboriginal. That's where a boy, maybe turns 16, it might be younger, where they are sent out to live off the land. Sort of the right of manhood. They go out on walkabout, mate.
Is an Aboriginal a pre-original, or did they come after that?
A six-pack Aboriginal.
Oh, all right.
No, those are like the Maori. Is that pronounced right?
I think so.
They are the natural people of New Zealand. The Aboriginals were the original inhabitants of Australia.
Oh, I thought the Kiwis.
I don't think they let them own
Zealand.
Casinos.
They don't let them own casinos?
Like in America, the Native American, that was quite a thing the Native American population managed to do, and I think it was a good thing. They reclaimed that tribal land, and it's really not America. I mean, it's their own.
It's a nation. Yeah, it is a nation.
That's why they could legalize gambling.
You mentioned the Kiwis. Do you know who brought the kiwi fruit over to America? You don't. Trust me.
Okay, I don't.
Barbie Benton's father. Barbie Benton, as in Hugh Hefner's one of his.
Her father was the Kiwi carrier?
Yeah, brought him over.
And
Wow. To think.
the original name.
Of Kiwis?
Of Barbie Benton? Barbie.
Kiwis.
Oh.
What?
Barbie, hot mama.
Something fruit. Something.
The
green
Kiwis,
fruit inside.
Kiwis, actually, when they started to market the fruit, the name they needed to change the name because kiwis grow a lot of places, not just New Zealand. So they all got together, the kiwi growers, and decided on kiwi. And because the original name is Chinese gooseberry.
That's right. Yes, so they were called kiwis anyway, so they decided to call them kiwis.
They
weren't the gooseberry.
And kiwis are also a bird.
Right.
And they're also a shoe polish.
That's true.
We have kiwi shoe polish.
Yes. Don't get them mixed up.
No, you don't want to be smearing shoe polish on
my kiwis.
in your fruit salad. Yeah.
Polish up your salad. By the way, we haven't said it in the last minute or so. This is the Barry, Rich, and Lisa show.
It is.
And Twitter at Barry, Rich, Lisa.
Yeah, and Spreaker.
Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker.
I noticed something interesting about Twitter. Twitter has a music component now. Honest to goodness, I read this yesterday on the internet, so it must be true. The Twitter music channel isn't doing very well. And the reason why is because they only play 30 seconds of a song.
Of course. Oh, come on. You're kidding me.
Honest.
No.
Honest. I'll look it up and I'll get back to you next week on it. But yeah.
Oh, at least that's a real tweet. I mean, like a bird tweets.
My friend who writes for Bizarro just sent me the latest one, and it's a guy in a shopping line at a 10 checkout, and the thing says the clerk asks him, "What is your Twitter account?" And the sign above says 10 Twitter followers or less.
Oh, is that our line?
No, God.
We're
How many do we have? Do we want to say it on the air? It's so
18 billion.
I can't even begin to count, and you should become one of many. I want to divert from our run of show for a minute to tell you something, because this ties into Kiwi. You know what a tercel is?
Howard?
A tercel you would think of as a Toyota. That's a model of a Toyota.
Right.
But a tercel is a hawk.
Oh.
Now, do you know what a Chinook is?
Yeah, it's like a shamil.
Chinook. Schlemiel.
Jamil,
When you think of a
Laverne and
Chinook,
Shirley.
you think of a
Well, it's the wind, isn't
it's
it?
a helicopter.
No, it has
Oh,
to do
that's
with
a
The Chinook.
It's a weather thing. The
Yeah.
Chinook.
The
Yeah,
Chinook, the Chinook helicopter. That's what those two rotor, big, massive helicopters. They are called Chinooks. But you know what a Chinook is? Is also a salmon.
it is.
Yeah. Now, why would why would they name a helicopter after a salmon? And well, they should call it the Tercel. Name a helicopter after a hawk. Name a car after a salmon.
Because they had a. Why would you even name anything after a salmon, though?
But
It
I
swims
thought-
upstream.
There we go. I thought of it because the Chinook salmon are going up the Columbia River in record numbers.
Really?
Like 1 million of them.
Wow.
And I want to get off the story quick, but the funny thing about
we
it
hope
is
so.
the funny thing about it is they count them. And they have counting stations.
One.
I know. I can't. It says this woman is sitting there at a keyboard counting. All right, single file, line up, and it's.
What if you get them count
Put a
twice?
discount. All right, everybody,
fall back down and
everybody
you count
behind the
again.
dam.
don't they? I don't want to sound racist, but don't they all look the same?
They all look the same. They're mostly all female, right? Because they're spawning.
Well, it
Maybe
can't all be.
maybe there's a sale at the other
Well,
end
no,
of the mall.
the guys are hanging out at the ocean, the mouth of the ocean,
Well, and
and
you-
smoking. And
But you've got other kind of
Playing
salmon going too. You've got the sockeye and the
Steelhead.
steelhead. So,
Yeah.
well, the steelhead probably look a little.
Is the
they look
steelhead the
different.
name of a football team?
no.
Oh, all
It's the
right.
name
Should
of a-
be.
It's the name of a helicopter.
name
I don't know. It's
name of a salmon. But yeah, they are going through in record numbers. And the funny thing about it is this one gal who's counting them. If some of the fish don't have enough oomph to make it through, one level or not going upstream because they're swimming upstream after
Yeah.
all. And says, "You go, girl." And, they really encourage these ones who don't make it. I guess they can see them.
So the counter is yelling there, "You go, girl, you go."
That's right.
I love your outfit.
So anyway, that's enough about the
Those
salmon.
scales just shimmer.
Ooh, those scales that
Yeah,
shimmer.
I tell you what, I wonder if the population of bears is going up. So the appetite's going down.
Yeah, that's a good place for a bear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was really interesting.
Yeah, great. I liked
A
it.
Chinook is a weather phenomenon.
I
by
still
the way.
think it's a
That's
Shamil, but that's-
Chinook. Yeah, it sounds like you're calling him a.
Yeah, a schmuck.
Don't call me a Chinook.
a schnook.
Don't call me a Chinook.
Okay, call me Rich. No, you're
No,
Rich.
no, I'm Barry. You're Lisa.
I get so
Me,
confused.
Tarzan.
I got to tell you about this Chinese tycoon because this is when you know you have too much money.
Yeah, yeah.
When you want to build Hollywood in China. He's worth $22 billion. See if I can say his name. Wang Chanlin. That's
Oh,
not
that's
bad.
pretty easy.
Okay, but he's got a company, Dalian Wanda Group, and he's going to build a state-of-the-art film studio, but a whole complex, right? Because he
Mm-hmm.
wants to dominate. I think I mentioned in one of our other shows, or not. Maybe it wasn't you guys. Maybe it was at another
Are you
place entirely.
seeing another talk show group?
No, but I hear voices.
Oh, yeah.
That we do 3D movies here in the U.S., not for U.S., but for China, because they love 3D. So he is building this entire complex, including a yacht marina. I don't know if there's actually going to be any water, but they're going to have a marina, okay?
Uh-huh.
With 8 hotels and a theme park.
Like Disneyland kind of thing? Or
Universal, maybe.
Oh, Universal,
Maybe
yeah.
like that. And they're going to make billions and billions of dollars making movies.
Oh,
lot
there's an
of 3D.
opportunity.
I know why they like 3D movies because they probably manufacture the glasses over there. But you said he's gonna build another Hollywood. I was
Yeah.
thinking, are they gonna bring in homeless people?
Yeah, the
or
home, Hollywood Boulevard and all those
the old
thrift-
storefronts,
thrift shops,
just
and
recreate
things.
it.
That's what I was picturing.
Pawn
Yeah.
shops.
Pawn shops.
Yeah.
Yeah, people get they see me, or they don't know the Seymour side. If you're outside Los Angeles,
Yeah.
Hollywood,
Is not glamorous at all.
Better than it used to be.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. In the 70s,
Was it pretty
it was you didn't want to walk down the street.
Oh, I didn't know.
Now,
it was that
Old
bad.
Town Pasadena for folks in all over the place. That's where we do the Rose Parade, all that stuff. The only remnant, remember how run down Colorado
Yeah, it
Boulevard
was
used
Skid
to
Row.
be?
It was Skid Row.
The only remnant is that pawn shop on the
Oh,
corner.
yeah. Even my favorite adult bookstore is gone.
Oh, please.
Oh, I remember that place. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's all chic, Gap
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I know. The
Restaurants.
Hooters didn't survive.
There was
It's
a
gone?
Hooters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah.
well, people just didn't give a hoot. I'm so sorry about that.
Can we take a break? So I
Yeah.
can, yes.
Yeah, let's do a break. We're in time.
Barry,
Okay.
Rich, and Lisa. And Lisa. And Lisa.
Hey, this is the Barry, Rich, and Lisa show. We're
Hi.
back. We're back. Okay, so what's going on now?
Arg. What am I? What am I, Barry?
That's
Arg.
Jim Matees.
You're somebody who just ate a deep fried Snickers bar and you have heartburn.
No. Arg.
You're angry because somebody shortchanged you at McDonald's.
Ahoy!
Arg.
Chips
I'm
ahoy.
a Greenpeace activist.
What?
Arg.
Could have fooled me.
Listen, if you want to become an environmentalist, a Greenpeace soup activist, pick your station carefully, because if you get assigned to Russia, you don't want to go, because they're Greenpeace activists being charged with piracy.
Arg.
Arg.
Well, what did they do?
Well, all they were trying to do was put a banner up on a Russian oil drilling platform.
So they say.
And they were the Russians stopped them. They had an objection. They were in Russian waters, and of course, Greenpeace says this is absurd. But the Russian Coast Guard towed the Greenpeace boat to land, and about 6 miles from the port of Murmansk. For those of you who know where that is,
The port of what? The port
of Murmansk.
Murmansk?
Yes, if you saw The Hunt for Red October, you'd know all about Murmansk.
What if you didn't? I guess.
Well, then you don't have a clue. But they've done a thorough investigation. Or I'm sorry, I meant preliminary investigation. But in certain countries, that is synonymous with a thorough. We've got enough. So
Well,
what
Rich, tell us the name of the drilling platform.
yeah, thanks.
I just want to hear you say it.
the Prirazolomnaya drilling. Maybe that had to be a big banner if they put the name on it.
And if you'd seen Mary Poppins, you'd know all about that.
Well, listen, it's a major Arctic oil exploration project of Gazpromneft, a subsidiary of Gazprom.
How do these people come up with these names? I guess it's just Russian, isn't it?
It's Greek. No, not Greek. It's Russian.
No, so what did the banner actually say?
Arg.
It says there's something about this platform we don't like.
Oh,
I'm sure
Phone me, 555.
who's promoting a silent auction in Cleveland. I don't know. I'm sure it wasn't complimenting them on a job well done.
Shouldn't we know what the banner said to make this story even more exciting?
Why don't you just make it
They
up?
never got it up, I don't
I
think.
can tell you what the name of the Greenpeace ship was.
What?
The Arctic Sunrise.
Oh, see, now that's a name I can pronounce. The Arctic Sunrise.
Don't you, if you're going to be a pirate, don't you, I mean, besides the eye patch and the peg leg, don't you have to, want to take something or...
You want to scurvy the maidens, or you want to batten down the
I didn't know
hatches?
Scurvy was a verb.
Steal the
Interesting.
treasure, the buried treasure. Maybe they wanted the oil for themselves.
Yeah.
But, the whole international community is saying that the charge of piracy is not is lunacy. They're not pirates.
And speaking of peg legs, I saw another cartoon. There's pirates, and they're all bearing peg legs, and they're all lying on their backs, and they're raising their legs up and down, up and down. And the little lady's going, okay, now lift. If your peg leg is too heavy, take it off. And the caption was Pilates of the Caribbean. Yeah.
Oh, arg, arg.
What's that? When is Speak Like a Pirate Day?
Oh, we just had it.
We missed it?
Yeah, we did.
Darn it.
Just had it. Yeah, that's-
I forgot to arg.
Yeah.
Facebook was covered with photos of people. Most Tina Salvatore on a radio station, another show. There was a picture of her in pirate gear.
Was that a knock, or am I hearing
I
things?
think your wife just came home. Run!
Yeah. His wife's home.
Hide me in the closet. Okay. Oh, FBI. Yeah, why aren't there more white-collar people
Well,
in jail?
listen, if you are just going to go down the road of criminal activity, we have a Barry Rich Lisa tip for you. The FBI is cutting back on their prosecution of white-collar crime.
Huh.
In fact, in the last decade, they've made a 45.2% reduction in white-collar crime.
Now, is this because there's less white-collar crime, or they just don't want to prosecute them? Is that...
It's just the paperwork. I think it's, you just go after your blue collar criminals. You just.
But crime is a crime. I mean, well, blue collar is usually more violent, aren't they? I mean, white collar,
Is
Yeah,
not
white
violent.
collar.
Well, you know what happens if you get stuck in a Jewish neighborhood late at night?
What?
You get audited to death.
He's Jewish, by the way.
He's not a hater.
No, I'm a lover, not a hater. Yeah.
Well, they actually, I didn't want to get serious, but they've slowed down white collar crime because they're spending so much more time on terrorism.
Oh,
That's why bring up a serious thing on this show.
and so there's no white collar terrorism apparently.
If you rob a bank wearing your Sunday best white shirt, is that a white collar crime?
Yeah. If you do it from a remote station with your computer, then it's really a white collar crime.
Okay.
Oh,
So it's a matter really though of dressing for the crime. Because if you're in a blue collar,
yeah. Then you're
in
going to.
big
Well,
trouble.
So the lesson here is always dress for crime.
Yeah.
If you're nice to people, it's white collar crime. If you're rude, like sticking a gun in their face,
Yes.
and that's not white collar crime. It's the only weapon you use is a computer and a calculator, slide rule.
So the brains, if you're the brains of the outfit, you get off. You get off because you could organize and plan the and calculate the whole thing from your computer.
Yeah, not if it's violent.
Oh, you can't be violent remotely, can you?
Yeah, but people do more damage. They ruin people's lives. I mean, identity theft and
Yeah, that's right.
Was
So
stuff that happened on Wall Street ruined people's lives.
do you guys know what a kerfuffle means?
Is that like a shamuck?
Speaking of white collar crime,
A Chinook?
A Chinook?
A Chinook? Kerfuffle?
No, say
Kerfuffle? It's kerfuffle.
kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle. Is it?
That's sort of Yiddish, isn't it?
I was going to say, is it Yiddish?
No. A kerfuffle is sort of a disagreement or something that they're tying it in. We're not going to talk about it. Apple has.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
We're not going to talk about what Apple's done with me. They're wondering if they have their 9 million phones that they sold last weekend. They're not sure that that's an accurate number, but they call it a kerfuffle. In other words, somebody is not believing what is going on. But I looked up kerfuffle.
You would, yes.
And it's sort of like, you never use the word in a definition, right? For example,
I was going to say a mixed
like
company.
spectator, one who spectates.
One who...
One who spectates. No, but they defined a kerfuffle, now this will clear it up for you, as a imbroglio or brouhaha.
Imbroglio? Why are we inventing new words every day?
Imbroglio is extremely confused, complicated, and embarrassing, like this show. In fact, it could be the Barry Rich Lisa imbroglio.
Or kerfuffle.
Doesn't imbroglio sound like a vegetable?
Also,
It sounds Italian.
brouhaha could also work for our show. It means loud, confused noise, and overexcited. So that's why the only reason I wanted to bring it up.
Now, question.
Yes.
Is it brouhaha or brouhaha?
Well, it's spelled brew, ha.
They put in both ha's.
Yeah.
I've always heard it as brouhaha.
Okay, because I always thought it was
Brouhaha is
mispronounced.
Yeah,
White collar crime brew.
Yeah, that's...
A mispronunciation.
Yeah, brouhaha is last year.
Oh,
It's last year.
it's a
now.
bonus.
By the way, I have not bought my new iPhone yet.
You're going to buy a new one?
Well, I probably am.
Why? Why? I don't understand you kids today. What? Why? What's wrong with the one you have?
Faster, prettier.
Has colors. You're going to get the gold one?
Well, if I wait long enough, that's the hot. There's white,
Silver.
then gold.
But if you wait too long, then it'll be one that'll come on after that, and you'll miss it.
For those of you who have a church background, especially Vacation Bible School, you'll appreciate this. But I went to the Apple store and said, "Silver and gold have I none." But such as I have give I you. In the name of Steve and Jobs. Oh, man, the lightning's going to come right out of here. I'm nailed. That was a brouhaha, Lord. Yes, forgive me.
Or a skittle boogle or whatever the other thing was.
It's a Chinook.
So why don't you say something smart, Lisa?
Say something smart.
Yes.
Okay, well, I have to make a Costco run here soon, so I was checking into what I should buy. The problem is, you can't fit what you buy in your car when you go to Costco.
Yeah, and they stopped carrying iPads there because nobody wanted to buy them in 20 lots. But anyway,
by the way, I got a lifetime supply of peanut butter if you need it.
No. I do love the best paper towels, though.
Oh, yeah?
In the
Really?
world,
Huh.
yes.
All right.
And I have enough for the next millennia as well. Okay, but there are certain things you should buy in bulk and certain things you should not buy in bulk.
okay.
Toilet paper is a real good thing to buy in bulk because you know you're going to use it
That's right.
one way or another.
One way or another.
It'd be where those Indians snap it up.
And I guess you can save like 43% Kleenex. Oh, I don't have enough room to store that much Kleenex. Toilet paper maybe, but
Yeah, toilet paper is. The owner of the Sierra Playhouse he was very eccentric. He would take half-used rolls or two-third-used rolls of toilet paper, and replace it with a full roll in the bathrooms. But then he'd save all the old, half-used rolls of toilet paper, and he had boxes of them and boxes of them. He couldn't throw them away, but he didn't want to.
He just stored them?
He just stored them.
That sounds like white-collar crime.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah, buy a lot of toothpaste.
Why is that?
It doesn't go bad.
Oh.
Yeah, and while you're at it, toothbrushes.
Yeah, they don't go bad, no.
But what don't you buy a lot of?
Let's see. Well, condiments, maybe like ketchup.
Well, that wouldn't go bad.
My house, we could use a lot. Well, actually, my kids don't like it.
Yeah. See, it's a storage thing.
Yeah,
I don't know where to
exactly.
put all this stuff. I live in a townhouse.
But see, it's only you and Chuck. Why would you need to go to Costco to buy 50 bottles of anything? Or why? I mean, I could see Costco if you had a big family or a business, but why just the two of you?
Well, sometimes I split it with my daughter-in-law. We buy stuff and split it.
Yeah,
okay.
there.
All right.
You can do that. Or if you're making a movie and you need blood, you can buy a lot of ketchup.
I've seen her selling on the corner of Sierra Madre Boulevard.
Oh, is that?
She got a little stand.
Yeah, a little ketchup stand. That's
Don't buy
nice.
a lot of flour.
No? Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it goes
the
bad.
bugs will get it.
Although I keep it in the freezer. That's my freezer's full of flour. It doesn't make any sense. Now, you should, however, buy a lot of hard liquor.
Oh, that'll yes, just for medicinal purposes and to have it stored. Yeah, and what does it cost to join Costco? $40 or $50 just for the privilege every year of shopping there?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you call it? The $100 club. You really can't get out of there for under $100
Huh.
because you just see stuff. You go, oh, well, I need 20 of these.
Yeah.
If you're not vegetarian, you can buy a lot of meat, but you better have some place to put it, like a freezer. So you can buy 5 freezers there.
Is the meat at Costco pretty good?
It is, and their fruit and vegetables are very good. But again, can you
Yeah.
get through it before it goes bad?
Right.
You can buy a lot of aluminum foil, plastic wrap. They recommend.
That doesn't go bad.
And that will come in handy when they come for us.
You can wrap them up.
No, it protects you
And
from the.
the aliens.
The
and the
aliens,
aluminum
yeah.
foil.
Wait, whoa.
Wrap
huh?
your house in aluminum foil.
Yeah, wrap your house and put it on your head.
How come
and-
both of you know about this? What is wrong
Because
with you guys?
we.
Should we tell her?
No, Zomsink. No, Zomsink, it is not time yet.
You'll
She
be
must not
absorbed.
know.
What? Tell me. Save me. Aluminum foil. That's the ticket.
Now, they do recommend you can either buy, as far as nuts, you can buy a little or a lot.
Of nuts?
You can buy a lot of nuts if you keep your nuts cold. Keep them on ice. And
Don't they shrink?
Didn't we do a story about
I'm
this?
not going there. I shrivel up whenever I think about that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, okay, yeah, spices. I don't know, whatever else.
That's
Okay.
enough. You got. This is valuable.
Anyway, those of you
information.
listening in Tokyo, you probably don't have a Costco, so this won't make any matter to you.
No, I wonder what they have in China or in
China? A lot of 99-cent stores.
saffron and.
Everything's made in China over there.
Well, in Brazil,
Yeah.
where they have Brazil nuts, I guess. I mean, that's what they
Well,
Yeah.
call them after the country. Or the,
Right.
I
think
guess.
they're from Brazil.
are there USA nuts?
American nuts.
American nuts? American.
We are the nuts.
We
Yeah.
are the nuts. We are the nuts.
I got a nut for you.
What's that?
Well, there's this Brazilian businessman, very, very wealthy, and he saw a documentary about the Egyptians who buried the rich Egyptians, their possessions with them so that they could have them in the afterlife, so they thought. I don't know that it works that way, but his most favorite possession in the whole world is his Bentley.
His Bentley. His car.
Bentley.
Yeah, his car.
So he buried it.
Wait a minute.
Well,
Not just your standard run-of-the-mill production line Bentley.
Oh, no.
This one's worth $500,000.
and he buried it.
Well, he's in the process. I don't know if he's finished now. In his backyard.
Is well now is that because he thinks he'll get it when he comes back, or
That's
what's
what he thinks.
in the next life, like the Egyptians.
okay?
I was going to recommend that where if you hear this in Brazil, somebody telling me better bury a gas station and an auto parts store.
That's very right.
You know, what
because
about wiper blades? You know,
100
they're going
years.
to wear out. I'm sure in the
100
next
years-
life.
Yeah, 100 years there's not going to be any gasoline. I bet you.
Yeah, and insurance.
Yeah,
And wouldn't you think in the ground it's going to deteriorate?
Yeah,
so
it's
does
gonna
it then
rust.
go in that condition to the afterlife?
it's going to rust. It's going to deteriorate. Yeah.
Yeah.
The name of his car is the Black Flying Spur.
Well, I think somebody, some kind soul with common sense should have talked to him
No,
because
nobody's going to talk to him because he made his money by being a black belt in karate.
oh,
Yeah.
really? You can make that much money as a black belt?
Oh, I think he probably had a few other ways.
By the way, he's having a funeral for his car.
Yes.
Honest to goodness. I don't know if he's having mourners there or not. But all the people who wish they could just drive off in it are going to be there mourning. But
don't-
he has no family. He has one love in his life.
And
It's
that
his white cockatoo.
is what
Her name is Filomena Leopoldina Sofia Scarpa.
That's right.
and
She's a $22,000 cockatoo. She has her own business cards.
Now, I'd be worried if I were she, though, because if he wants her in the afterlife, she's in deep doo-doo.
yeah, she's probably is in deep doo.
There are pharaohs who buried their servants.
cats and their cats.
And they weren't necessarily dead.
You think the car is in a coffin?
Could be, I guess, if you got that kind of money.
Maybe.
You could build it in a coffin. I bet you it's
really big coffin.
You know, why
Really
don't
big-
you just bury it in a public storage facility?
That's what we do. We have all our possessions.
That's where
buried.
all of Chuck, Lisa's husband was talking about going over to Fry. And I said, well, you need some more stuff for one of your storage facilities.
It's true. Oh, it's so sad.
I'd like to know. Let's take a short break, and when we come back, I want to know some of the stuff you have in your storage.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Barry Rich and
And Lisa. And Lisa. You're listening to the Barry, Rich, and Lisa show, and I'm Lisa, and that's Barry, and that's Rich.
Yeah,
And
she pointed left to right for those of you incapacitated.
She was going from left to right to be Rich and Barry.
Yeah, but we went through that once before. We couldn't figure out our names for the first year of our broadcasting, and then
we're getting better.
Yeah, we're getting
So, Barry, you asked me what's in our storage
yeah,
unit.
All this,
Mostly, I don't remember. We try to visit once a year.
just to check
to
in
say
and
hi.
say hello.
We've got stuff from my husband's former father-in-law. He used to make arrows and bows and stuff like that. I know that's in there. We've got a little bit of furniture. We have family photographs. I mean, stuff that you need to pay lots of money to keep.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you keep your photographs in your home?
Because we live in a townhouse and it's full with stuff from Costco.
Yeah, they don't like those people anyway.
Yeah. It's just stuff.
Well, why don't you have a giant yard sale or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, I want a bunch of Bowman photographs.
Yeah, I want the bows and arrows. That'll be fun.
we could have, with the money we've spent on the
Storing.
rent, we could have bought everything new that's
Wow.
in there.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
it's
yeah.
really true. I only wish I had thought of storage units originally. We'd be so wealthy.
Wow.
I got one thing out of that storage unit was given. Two things, actually. Two
Yeah.
things.
What?
You gave me a guitar and a keyboard.
That's right.
Very nice. Wow. You guys have music stuff
That's
too?
because
You have
we're better friends than you and I are,
yeah, I didn't
or
get
you and Lisa are.
Yeah, I didn't get a keyboard. Or
You didn't get a keyboard.
We do have a lot of camera gear, Chuck's camera gear in there, too.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
That's nice. That's
Here's a paperclip.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Rich.
I'll bring you something.
Consider it even.
I'll cherish it. All right.
By the way, are we moving into All Bets Are Off?
Sure,
Yeah.
let's do it.
We've got a few more minutes, so let's go.
Now,
for it.
now, I was with a water expert this morning and told me that there's a misprint on this thing is blown up out of proportion. The bacteria that they're finding in holy water. Okay.
No, there's been real concern, but it's not to be worried about.
Well, no. It's just that there's a misprint because it says there's the sample of water. They had 62 million bacteria per milliliter. And our water expert, Dan Zile, says that figures if there were 62 million bacteria in a milliliter, it would get up and walk away. He says it's a typo. He says it's a per liter.
You mean not everything on the internet is true?
Is accurate?
Yes.
But, it's apparently what's in Mexico and South America is true with holy water. Don't drink the water.
Well, don't drink any of the water, not even especially the holy
No,
water.
not the holy, but to let them,
I have thought about that as I've gone in because, they have found even fecal matter and E. coli
In holy water?
in holy water.
Well, where does holy water come from?
Well, I don't know if it's distilled water or what, but it's water that's been blessed.
So it's not really, it could be tap water, but somebody is blessed.
As long as it's blessed, yeah.
It's
So-
good against vampires.
Is it?
Maybe that's why it's so good. Here, take that.
Yeah.
It's to remind you of your baptism and
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's kind of like when the rabbi blesses kosher hot dogs.
Yes.
exactly
It's
like that.
just like
I think it would be good for exorcisms, too.
the holy water or the hot dogs.
The holy water. Maybe I saw Ghostbusters, the hot dogs.
But you're not supposed to drink holy water anyway.
No, I know. That was sacrilegious, I would think.
But talking about yucky things, apparently my purse is a walking hazard zone.
It is?
Yeah, I do clean the outside of it, but it's true.
Got credit cards in it.
But I don't think about cleaning the inside of it.
Well, why would you have to clean the inside?
Well, because they find the stuff that they find in holy water in purses.
You store holy water in it.
So you have living bacteria running around inside your purse.
Oh, you
guess
stick
so.
your hands in it. That's your hands there.
And women go
I
shopping.
stick my hands in women's shopping bags.
Well, that's another story for another time, Rich.
No, you think about going to the grocery store and I buy meat and
You
then
put your meat in. You're supposed to pay for it, Lisa. You put it right in.
But then you reach and you get your wallet to pay for it.
Yeah, but everything. Your hands are touching everything, everywhere, anyhow. I mean, the inside of your pockets. Well, I guess you wash your clothes, so that would take care of that. But the steering wheel on your car.
I actually wipe that down
Do you really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
with alcohol. I do.
Wow.
Do that. Come over and wash my steering wheel.
No, I'll wash your purse though.
No, you will.
No, so I guess some people carried their dirty underwear in
In
their
her
purses.
purse?
I don't know.
Well, no, there you go. That's unusual.
That makes sense, though.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, you should have seen the expression on his face. Yes,
Why
on
would
that.
you? Oh.
Well, kids, you only got a couple more minutes. Anything else?
Well, I
Anything
just
else?
wanted to tell you to be a little bit concerned because they're predicting the world to end in 1.75 billion years.
Oh.
Unless we move to Mars, then we got another 4 billion left.
Let's move to Mars.
See, once the Earth starts or the sun starts to go bad, you want to get a little further away.
No, I heard it
Earth.
was 7 million. You're saying it's in the
Not
billion.
billion.
Oh, it is billion. All
yeah,
right.
boy, 7 million.
Yeah.
I'd be worried.
Yeah, I'd be getting my storage units cleared out.
We're going to be so old by then.
I know we'll be beyond the thing.
Yes. So
Well, we better get all our shows in before that happens.
Yeah, and this one's just about one final word, and here's the final word
kerfuffle.
for today. Kerfuffle. We want you all to write kerfuffle on a postcard and mail it to the Barry, Rich, and Lisa Show, Post Office Box 1301, Sierra Madre, California 91025. That's kerfuffle to the Barry, Rich, and Lisa Show, P.O. Box 1301, Sierra Madre, California 91025. And for all those who write kerfuffle, we will send you a special Barry, Rich, and Lisa autographed piece of notebook paper. So get those things in today.
That's right.
All right. I think that's about it, kids.
That's it. Bye for now.
All
Okay.
right. See you all
See you around-
next
yep.
time.
Bye-bye.